going on, people? Welcome to United View. Welcome to another Transfer View. Happy Monday. KG in the house, Owen in the house, you lot in the house. Everyone's feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed after a good little link for UV, which was good to get everyone together. KG just trying his best to, be up, be alert. He's here. He's looking good.
I'm fresh. Here. I come into work after after the Christmas party and that, and you got to know who's serious. I came into work.
Good. I like that. I don't know if you want props for coming to
work.
No,
you can't get rated. Good. Work, but you know what I mean? I just, again, what will Roy Keane say? He's doing his job.
Is that not on someone's soundboard? Have you that?
I don't have that one, no. I was concerned for KG because when he was leaving last night, he came up to me and went, I've got to go. And I went, why? He went, I don't know how I'm going to get home.
Because I was getting to the levels of drunk. I was like, I don't want to be this mashup. So I know I know my limit, yeah. And I was like, I've got to get out of here. I just left.
It's just a couple of rum punches.
We didn't have a couple of rum punches. We had a lot of them, bro. That's Ray and nephew as well.
Some more than others. Uncle Ray and his, you know what I mean?
This is what was crazy. This is what was crazy as well. When they were saying you're going to have Ray and nephew and all that kind of stuff, I went, there's 2 more guests coming.
Ray and his nephew, they're on their way.
Ray and nephew.
I was going around the table going, where's the seats?
I was counting seats. I went, I don't know a Ray.
I've never seen a Ray. He must work in the back end. I've never seen a Ray on United View.
Yeah. Does Ray do graphic design with his nephew?
Nah, Owen's cultural differences, are just brilliant.
We were giving him bare
Oh mate, and he had some good Caribbean food as well. But yeah,
I did. That's coming to a future episode of UV Raw. Flex made me a plate of food with many a cultural cuisine on there, and it was nice. I enjoyed it.
He did. It weren't too spicy for him. It wasn't too much. He was good.
He had his eyes on the chips. He had his eyes heavily on the chips.
He saw the chips and said, "I thought that was my dinner."
Yeah, the big tray of chips came in, and I went, "Oh, that's my plate." And they went, "No, that's for everyone." I went, "Oh."
Oh, mate. Listen, that's what it's about. That's what it's about, family settings, man. A big up to you guys, the family, the viewers, the mods, everyone is family here on UV. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about Andre Onana. We're going to be talking about Hojlund new bid. Is it a double deal this week for both of those 2 players? Are we going to see them both come to Manchester United? Harry Maguire wants to stay. Manchester United have slapped a £50 million price tag on his head.
We have to clear this up because they're like, seriously, where's Cam? And he's had that David De Gea agenda. And some people think he's been kicked off the channel.
Oh, no, he's on holiday.
He's on holiday. Yeah. This is what's funny with the internet as well. So he's just on holiday and everyone's going, I tell you what, he got kicked off. He got kicked off the channel.
But I'm not going to lie, though. On Twitter, someone said, where is he? And I did say banned for De Gea treatment. I did write that.
Why would you do that?
I just thought of Cam's face in it all them times where he just yeah. Someone put it. I didn't write it myself. I responded on someone's thing. So some people see that, but not. It's not a tweet of mine, but it's a response.
Okay, cool. When I see him, I'm still 240 him. I was hoping to see him today.
But listen, Cam is very much still part of the channel, and when he's back from his holidays, you guys will see him. So don't worry, don't you worry about that. Maguire, as I said, Maguire wants to stay. Man United put a £50 million price tag on his head. We're going to be talking about that. Fred, United exit, as you can see down the bottom, and decisive interest still there. But top of the morning to you, Owen. Onana this week.
Yes, Richard Romano has tweeted this morning. Well, actually, he was very good. It was at 11:59. So as we literally went in to Monday, he says, it's Andre Onana week for Manchester United. Negotiations will continue with final round in order to submit official bid and get the deal done. Some expect an agreement to be done by Wednesday/Thursday. Thursday, KG. No issues on personal terms as they've already been agreed since last week. So I guess the prediction, guys, what day? What day do we get? Here we go. I mean, the interesting thing with it is they're saying sources expect an agreement to be done by Wednesday/Thursday. Does that mean like they think that everything like United do an announcement Wednesday, Thursday? Does that mean we get here we go today? Or was he saying we're going to get a here we go by Wednesday, Thursday? I mean, the hope was that he was going to be on the US tour. When does that kick off? Week after next week?
9
after next.
Yeah.
9 days. Sort of 9-10 days. They're saying, well, the hope was certainly he would be there. He'd be a Man United player in 9-10 days. So that's the kind of timeline we're operating with. Like it's going to be done this week. David De Gea has left. Andre Onana is coming in. And KG actually, because I don't think you've been on United View since then. I know you did a stream on your channel, which you ended up sort of gambling. I'm not sure how that really worked out.
A lot of gambling.
Yeah. But what are your thoughts of the whole De Gea situation? Onana now coming in. Is it a new era?
Yeah, new era, man. And it's a sign of what's to come, because if you treat the guy that had the golden glove like that, it just lets everyone's on notice for me. You know, when this is Ten Hag saying, this is my team, these are the big changes I'm going to make. And it's clear now, like there's no more, you can't ask for any more clarity. Ten Hag is fully in control and he's setting his stools out in terms of we're playing differently. Again, we've heard Henderson's not coming on the tour. All of these things, big changes. Are we lagging, guys, by any chance?
No, I think you're good. I think you're good.
No,
no one's complained that you're not, which is always a good sign.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. If the people are quiet and they're happy enjoying the show and not talking about that, then yeah.
All right, wicked. Yeah. So nah, man. I think honestly, again, the De Gea thing, it's sad how it ended, but I'm ready to move on. I'm not focused on that anymore, because not on the Arsenal flex, but we have got bigger fish to fry in regards to the signings and stuff. Again, only one player's really come through the door. So why it doesn't look like activity, because Man United do look busy, we need to start, you know, getting these players, unveiling them and getting moving really for the start of the season.
Yeah, no, I see. I hear you on that. I think the David De Gea situation it's over now. We can move on. We've all had our say, for good or for bad. Some people have said some for other things. Some people don't care. Some people have cared. Everyone's addressed it. We'll wait to see if he gets the testimonial, gets to come back, you know, do the thing, bring him back as a guest, or whether it's straight testimonial. That is to come. But essentially, it's business now. We've got to get down to business. And it is an exciting period. I do think he'll be on the tour. I do. I agree with you lot. I think he'll be on the tour. I mean, when do we go out there? Like 18th, July, 19th. So he'll probably miss the Scotland game. Then he'll, be able to come out to the States.
He's got to sign real soon, because I think they must want to wrap it up before Oslo. Because
Oslo, nah. I mean, Oslo, nah. That's on Wednesday. He ain't that. I think he'll still be going on then. We might get a here we go by then. But in terms of an unveiling and like we've reached an agreement with Inter Milan for Andre Onana this year deal and all that, or Andre Onana as a red. I don't know. I don't know if that will come by Wednesday.
I expect it today. I honestly expect here we go today.
Really?
Yeah.
We're in that territory where at any day now in this week it can be that. But I think actually, obviously, we want to see him get to tour, but we don't need to do it like by the hour. Oh, why has it not happened yet? Oh, what? I think I'm very comfortable. Like I said, I've been saying I've done a KG from a little bit earlier, from about 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago. I was like, he's coming.
The moment they put in that first bid, didn't you? I think all of us went, well, we're getting him then. Because we know how United operates in terms of once they put in that first bid, and this is how sort of United negotiate, and they put in a bid, or the first two bids really, knowing they'll get rejected. But they work their way up because they want the person they're negotiating with to come down as they go up and meet in the middle. So we all knew that was going to happen. And I do think, obviously, it's really important too that it does get done this week, not only because obviously Inter want it to get done before they start their pre-season, they're looking to get Jan Sommer, etc., but also this really is a cultural revolution in terms of how we're playing out from the back. And that's going to take time to adjust to. That's going to take time to develop for the defenders that he's playing with, because people like Lisandro Martinez are going to be no problem comfortable, but this is an eccentric goalkeeper and how he plays and his distribution, and they've got to get used to that. You need a full pre-season, of going, okay, this guy does this. Also as well, he needs a full pre-season of working with those defenders to know, okay, when I've got the ball and I'm coming out of my box, or even if I'm in my 6-yard box, I need to know that my fullbacks, my centre backs are going here, 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 and I can spray the ball around. They're making the runs that I want, and that's going to take time because let's face it, they're not used to that. The guy that was in the sticks before for 12 years didn't really do that. He took a couple of looks. If it wasn't simple, it went long. Now they've got to kind of retrain their brain to know if I'm in just the smallest bit of space, I might get the ball, or I've got to go and try and make space because the goalkeeper will find me and try and give me the ball. So that's going to take a lot of time to adjust to. So that's why it's important to get it done too.
Martinez will be fine though, in terms of Martinez. I feel like the centre back should be okay because it's Martinez and Varane, right? Maybe.
Well, Varane's not. Do you know what? It's kind of interesting on Rafa. Like he's calm in that. So as long as he's got time and space, like he can get the ball and he's good at just keeping the play ticking over. Mm-hmm. What the goalkeeper Rafe the fan. Let's say what he actually is. Mm-hmm. What he's wicked at is. He's not the best on the ball. My guys, we don't really work on that in our training, me and Rafa. That's not his game. His is just, like I said, strolling around like a calm Rolls Royce, mopping things up. Where actually, I think we say it in the player ratings, like Rafa's probably very rarely going to get a 9 or a 10. But that's because every single game, he's an 8 or a 7. Do you know what I mean, though? Like for Rafa to get like the mad 9s and 10s, I think I said it on a player ratings. I was like, he never gets like, oh, he was the best defender. Like he was everywhere. Look what he done. But it's because you just come to expect it of him that he's never in any danger, very rarely gets skinned by a fast player, gets his head on most stuff. And when he does have the ball, he just takes a touch onto his weaker foot, gives it really quick, nice and crisp. That's just what he does.
Yeah.
But he won't want the ball in mad areas, though. He won't want to start changing his thing like, yeah, give me the ball with one man up my arse. I'm going to just get on a half turn. I can, drop a shoulder. And Martinez is on that. He can do that. That is going to be quite interesting to see what Rafa's on. Because, listen, he's played with the best, played with Sergio Ramos for time, etc., etc. Won everything at Real Madrid. But that type of like, give it to me, 2-man on me, don't care. No.
Here's one.
Rafa can't do that. Here's
one for you, KG.
Yeah.
How do you think Wan-Bissaka's going to react to that? Because think about it. If we're going through the defenders that could deal with Onana, fizzing the ball out, tight areas, blah, blah, blah. You look at left-hand side, Shaw, comfortable. Really good technical player. Malacia, he might struggle a bit, I think, initially. He's not the best technical player. Good energy, good work rate, but we'll see what happens. I said Martinez, comfortable. Varane, I think we'll be able to adjust. Lindelof will be able to adjust. Maguire, pure panic attack.
That's why he's not going.
Yeah, he won't play. He's not going to play.
Right back, Dallo will be comfortable, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think Wan-Bissaka would be like in those kind of situations?
Well, Wambi, he surprised us last season, but he worked on his touch. Wambi started doing skills in big games. Man City, again, like games against Liverpool and stuff, dropping the shoulder, he's out of there. So even that one-touch football, there was a time when we saw him real build-ups. So Wan-Bissaka, like the Brock foot that we've known in the past, he's elevated that because he has to understand. You know what? To be in his Ten Hag side, everything has to be better. I love what Ten Hag, as bad as it is, as ruthless as it is. You don't like it as a fan, but as a player, in terms of fixing my team, this is a very ruthless manager. So now everyone's on notice. The whole team, no one should be feeling comfortable about the position because probably the person that felt the most comfortable is no longer at the club anymore.
Yeah, after being praised like the whole way through the season, like if I literally rerun that interview when Ten Hag did say that, when they kind of laughed when I asked the question and he said the quote from that thing, is David De Gea is a complete goalkeeper, I think. That I swear wasn't that the quote, Owen?
At your question. They laughed at
that's what I'm saying. So they laughed at the question to say, look at this. Obviously, they're not saying it like that, but it felt like that at the time.
Yeah.
Idiot. Of course, the most important job of a keeper is to save the ball. That. And then he went on to basically wax lyrical saying, I'm sure you lot remember the interview better than I do in the chat. Did Ten Hag not say, I think David is a complete goalkeeper or something like those? Complete goalkeeper. I'm sure because it was in quotes in loads of publications the next day. I'm sure he said that. David is the complete goalkeeper.
I remember as well, and it does stick with me, that we talked Ajax guys before Ten Hag came in, and they said, like, he will back his players in the media.
Yeah, they did say
he
that.
will keep backing him. Back. Behind closed doors, I'll be very
100%.
different. And that's what it's like, isn't it? You know what I mean? Look at some of the things he said during his time as United manager. Maguire's a captain. He's achieved a lot. He's going to play. No. Ronaldo, I respect him too much. Gone. De Gea, he's going to stay. Gone. we want him to stay. And to be fair, I'm sure he probably did want him to stay in terms of just as a number 2, but he wasn't going to be the number 1 or anything like that.
No.
So he's a ruthless guy. And I said when De Gea left at the weekend, I feel like he probably thought, I can't get completely in his head, but he compromised his tactics last season. You saw it the first couple of games and through preseason, he wanted to play a certain way. We lost our first 2 games and he went, I'm going to have to change things out.
Yeah, in due course, I will have to change it. And really, it's not even due course. It's at the next available chance he's had to change it because January weren't really a chance to change it. So he's had 1 season of it and went, yep, nope, seen enough. Like, you know how mad that is? And like David De Gea is the longest serving player left. So he's come in and in 1 season, he's got rid of the longest serving player that we currently have in the squad. Yeah. He's got rid of him. Yeah, in it. David De Gea's the longest.
Got rid of his captain.
He got rid of the person who's, you know, Ronaldo, one of the greatest ever, what he's done for Man United. And that was quick. That was like at the beginning of the season, you ain't playing. Like, you're lucky Martial's injured. I want it to be him. Like, we could see what that was. So January, Ronaldo had enough. And then, like the Maguire situation, he is the captain of our club. He's the real captain. But
he switched captains without switching captains. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know how crazy that is? So if we, like KG saying, and like what we're all understanding about Eric, is that if we didn't know who's in charge, considering the shit show that he's got going on around him, to get that much foothold on the team is brilliant. But I just feel like he knows what he wants, and within a year to change those things, that is big. That is big. And you're right. It is going to be interesting to see how quick the team adapts because the team's not used to that. Listen, David De Gea has been there a very, very long time. If you're Luke Shaw, you've played with David De Gea your whole Man United career. Luke Shaw's been there nearly 10 years. Do you know what I mean? All Luke Shaw knows is when he's in the left back, left channel, how he's going to receive the ball, if he's going to receive the ball from the goalkeeper. Now he's got a whole new guy who's going to be on a madness. He's going to be at the edge of the box, looking to like play diags and stuff and say, Luke Shaw, you bomb on. I'm going to ping that to you. No problem, to your foot. Like where I can ping it to you from here and you can end up in the final third with 1 touch. Like that's what we're going to be on with Onana. He's capable of doing that. And they've got to know the right time. So just on Wamby though, quickly, I do agree. I think he's going to be absolutely fine. And you know what? Because Ten Hag's done a really good job, of simplifying Wan-Bissaka's options. So I don't think Wan-Bissaka's changed as a technical player, as in like, his IQ of the game has just gone up so much. He understands everything so much better now. I think it's the opposite.
Wow, KG.
Well, you know when he thought he had the hot take, and he just
exactly.
You know.
My back.
Yeah.
It was all right, and then it just...
Did you hit the wire?
You're an absolute disgrace. You're cheap.
I didn't. It's doing that little...
Maybe Super Chat's KG. Yeah.
Is he gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
All right, let's do Super Chats. Let's get into it. So do you want to hear? Oh, sugar! Someone gifted us some memberships.
Yeah, we got loads of Super Chats to get into. Flex is all over the place in the background. Lil Yo-Yo says, Owen, have you learned more Vibes Cartel tunes?
Shut up! You should really do the because you were on point yesterday. Yeah.
I didn't. No, I haven't. And the songs were on, and then people had to explain to me that was what was playing. I went, oh,
Here you go. Red Devils 99 says Owen is carrot, consistent, efficient. Fleck is like CR7, petulant when losing in fever. KG like by box office 1 second, complete madness the next. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be I'm gonna be like Onana, fam. I can't wait to meet that guy, honestly.
Sashif says, KG, please kindly sin bin yourself. Can't believe that your StreamYard was lagging.
It was a mad one. And Turkish just moving crazy at the end. He ended the show and giving me I don't know what I did, man. I don't know what I did. And then after that, I went to see my nephew in a fresh new Arsenal shirt. Disgrace.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Flex, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. Carry on with Soup Chats. I'm back.
Thabo says, Spider Fleck, you need to do the Jamaican dancehall version of the Spider-Man song still.
Oh, yeah, that is true. I do.
Amanor says, Fleck, please punish Cam by sending him to Alice Talks Football. Why does she always get...
Can we just quickly say that? Like, Alice does really good stuff on her channel. Let's stop acting like this is a place that people should just go because they have done something wrong.
Yeah,
like
it's not.
Big up Alice.
It's not purgatory or anything like that.
Yeah. Oh my days.
Jadine says, "Happy Monday, guys. The gift has nothing to do with the Mount Bruno bet. Just love to get the weekend started. Big up, guys. Onana, what's his name?
Thank you so much. You gifted 10 memberships.
Gifted 10 memberships.
Big up, man. That's incredible.
Yeah. Big up, Jadine. Yeah, it didn't come up on my thing, but appreciate that. 10 new members, and it's going to be more Raw episodes coming out soon. I was talking to Josh about that yesterday. Where else are we here? Corey says, KG needs a sin bin the way he let Turkish violate.
I did.
What did you let Turkish do?
Well, I didn't let him do it. My internet told me I can't do what I want to do. But it's
what? So he had to carry on the show for you,
brother. I thought I closed the show. The show was still alive. I said,
and what you just left the Arsenal Turkish who thinks they can get Mbappe and they're the most attractive proposition in world football ever assembled, and that's you left him.
That's what happened.
Tell me, he didn't just say that.
But don't worry. You saw how, what do you call it? Ask Owen what happened yesterday. I was so mashed up. After the show yesterday, I called Owen at 11:40 midnight, and I was like, I gotta get a new computer. So it was yeah, we ordered a new Mac.
And the best thing was and the best thing was he's going through it. He goes, yeah, I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow. I'm not in Norwich.
It's coming. I'm going to pick it up in literally. As soon as the shop opens, I'm going to brand new. It's never going to happen again. We can't have nights like that.
Large. Lil Yo-Yo says, Fleck, your David De Gea question is prophetic in hindsight. Pav says, Eric Ten Hag summer of 2022, era's come to an end. What David De Gea didn't realize is that Eric Ten Hag was talking about his Man United career. And we've done that last one from Red Devils 99. We're all caught up. Next topic, Fleck. We're going to be talking about Rasmus Hojlund. Yes, because it couldn't be just Andre Onana. That's the only person coming in. It might be Hojlund next. Now, Fabrizio Romano did say that personal terms between Hojlund and Manchester United have been agreed in May. It's never been a problem. He loves Manchester United. He was a United fan as a kid, and he'd love to play for Manchester United. He said that 100 times. Reports are also coming out of Italy saying that United are preparing a new bid to submit to Atalanta to try and sign Rasmus Hojlund. His agency, the SEG Group, has already reached an agreement in principle, according to some sources, for a Manchester United contract until 2028, which kind of goes upon Romano's reports that these personal terms have been agreed. It's just the price. KG, what price are you looking for Rasmus Hojlund?
Oh, I'm looking for 35. I'm playing. Nah, I'm not going to get it.
Should be that, though, for this kid.
Yeah, it should be. It should be 35, but it's going to be... I think all these signings are looking like 50 million signings, which is really annoying. 50 million euros, I think he'll get it done. But I did like that thing because, they said Murtaugh's been shopping, man like Voldemort. So he could be, going the other way and using him as a make weight in the deal. That's clever. That's clever. That's clever business. Make it be someone else's problem. Get the player that you need, and hopefully for a cut price. So yeah, that's for me. I can see them being creative. Man United are being very creative in this transfer window, and they know that they have certain limitations. So you don't be surprised by seeing things like that. Even the Ahmad thing as well. I wouldn't be so, because it looks like Ahmad is not going to be featuring next season the way we expect him to. So don't be surprised if you don't see him go there as well, just to help them out for a season.
We spoke about Onana being on tour, flex. Do you think Hojlund gets on tour? Or is that a bit more of a push?
Yeah, it's a bit more of a push. There's not even been there's been reports of one bid and then, kind of rejected. But it feels like that's a bit of a way off than the Onana one. And then when you get David De Gea that leaves as well in that week, you know how far away they are. That gives you a good indication that Onana's around the corner, or a keeper anyway, but we know it's going to be Onana. The Hojlund thing's been rumbling along, so we know that there's talks. We know that they're into it. He might join it maybe halfway through. What is it?
I was going to say, because that didn't happen. That didn't happen last year, but that's because the distance was so great, wasn't it? That they were like,
exactly.
There's no point flying to Australia for 3 days or anything
like
that.
8 hours. Or whatever, depending on. Well, if we're on the West Coast by then, it'll be a little bit further. But I think he could potentially join up. He could join up for maybe the last 2. But
Guys,
you think he'll be there?
I think that these lot are terrified of Ten Hag. Honestly, I think Ten Hag is running it. You've seen it. You've seen my hello when I meet Ten Hag. Hi, Ten Hag. You know what I mean? It's not
even Ten Hag. Hi, Eric.
Yeah.
He's not the most confident of hellos, but we've seen him, how he deals with players, he's in control. So Ten Hag saying to the backroom staff and to the people doing the business, bring these players in. We're already too late. Like you see in the fixtures, there was what Man United wanted to do on the tour commercially, and then there's a bag of fixtures. We're not staying anywhere. If there's anything that we're trying to do, like in terms of like activations and stuff and any marketing stuff, bro, they better be with us on the plane, because they just keep moving. Ten Hag is not staying still. So I can't imagine him going to next season without a real plan of a striker. Someone will be through those doors before we get on that plane and go to America. Absolutely. Work with him. Yeah, because you look at
I know he wants to. I know he wants to. I agree with him being in control.
Get this thing done.
Guarantee that they do it though.
I need this though. But if you deep it though, this is the fastest we've ever moved in a window before. Like when we really get to it, like players coming in now we're gonna have 2 people signed probably before we even fly out. I think there'll be 3. Honestly.
3 on tour.
I'm
certainly confident that we're going to get Hojlund. Like a couple of weeks ago, I was like, I don't even know. I worried that we were going to blow all our money on Mount and a goalkeeper, and then we were just not going to. Or I said we could even go into the season without one, and we would eventually get one. But I am confident that this is going to happen next few weeks. I mean, again, once they've already negotiated and sending other players there, like there's definitely a deal to be done, isn't there? So I don't think there's any doubt that it would happen, which again is a good place to be into. Now we're just, I think, into territory of how long is it going to take and how much, which again isn't the worst position for United to be in.
No, it's not. So it is going to get done. I just think that one's got longer to go than the Onana one. I don't think we get a here we go on Hojlund this week. I think we get what we've got with the Onana, because we still haven't got one for Onana, and we know it's happening. I think we get like talks intensify, not that far apart in valuation now. I think we get those types of talks this week.
Italian clubs need the money, man. They want to start getting their business as well. You start to see when you hear Atalanta looking at this other striker and this, that, and the other. Just don't be surprised by that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think it will get done. The price wise, though, because you was talking about that a second ago, I just this kid, man, he just should be like 30, 35 million, man. He's a relatively unknown entity. He's got a lot of ability. It looks like, anticipation about him, buzz, excitement. But he hasn't been like ripping it up for that age. He's been like on a good, steady trajectory where he looks like he's going to be something. And they're the players I want, by the way. Got no problem with that. But you're right, I've agreed, KG. He's going to be 50 plus. And be the number one guy, with help from Martial if he can be fit. Whenever that's what's going to happen. Whenever Martial can play 70 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever, just whatever he can manage, Ten Hag will have him around doing that. That's why I don't think we're going to go and get 2 forwards now. We're not going to get Hojlund and then another striker. No chance, unless something really did happen in the window. Because I don't think that we're going to get the money.
We will get.
Yeah, I know you saying the war kitty, we're going to get all these players, we're going to get everything, but I can't see us getting too. If we get someone if we get Hojlund for the 50 or whatever, he's the marquee. So then maybe you're right. You can dash a 7 million on a.
He's not.
Well, we're going back in for Kane after that. He's not the marquee.
We're gonna do something. We will do something.
So Hojlund's not the marquee striker.
No.
So who? What?
We're gonna do something. Man United will do something.
What? Like what?
We'll do something. I'm just saying.
You think we're gonna go back in for Kane and get Kane?
KG, you can't. But you can't just say we'll do something and be vague.
Yeah.
Who are you? What are you going to do next? Eyeball emojis. Eyeball cash cigarette.
Man United, they do something. They like that. That's just what we do. You know what I mean? Look at how, if you look at the past of how we've moved as well, the Casemiro one, the Ronaldo one, we always try something. Deadline day. Don't be surprised if we've tried it. Falcao, we have a history. Cavani, we actually have a history of doing this. It's not like I'm chatting rubbish. This is what Man United do. So I'm saying if we get to a certain stage and then like maybe when the games start playing, we will do something. You know what I mean? That's just what we do. And even if it's bad and because we bring in someone that's over the hill and past it, Man United will try a thing. Don't be surprised.
That's not the marquee. That's not the marquee striker.
Wait, hold on, because it could be a marquee. Because let's say at the end of the season, at the end of the window, they're like, you know what? Why not just bring in Yao Felix on loan? It could happen. He'd be the marquee straight away. Right? It's not signing. It's what you call it. He's here on loan. Makes sense. Why not? It's possible. If what you call it, if Bayern Munich, if they accept, if they say, Tottenham are now willing to negotiate and the Bayern Munich deal looks like it's actually happening, Man United will step up and say, we have to do something. And they'll get involved. They'll put more money down and then it gives Daniel Levy a decision, but we will do something. All of a sudden, we've been hearing about all this. Like, apparently, we're like one of the brokest clubs, but why are we trying to sign all these players? Haven't you all even thought about that part? Like, in terms of we're linked to centre backs, we're linked to another goalkeeper that we didn't think was going to go get 5 million, but they're all these players, and we're supposed to have the tightest budget. How? We're going to do something. Anyway,
so we're going to get the 5 players. And Hojlund's not going to be.
If 3 players are in before preseason, you're telling me Man United are not going to do nothing for the rest of. That's it. That's their business.
Depends on the sales, which we'll get to. Actually,
I was going to say one way we can raise the funds maybe to do that crazy thing is by selling Harry Maguire, which is the next topic.
Yes. What is he saying? What is going on with Sir Harry?
Sir.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That took me.
Give him respect. He's our captain, man. Put some respect on
well, Sir Harry Maguire, according to Fabrizio Romano, has been training 3 times a day for 3 weeks. He has been spending time one-on-one with Ricardo Carvalho. Harry Maguire wants to fight for his place and not give up. Samuel Luckhurst is also saying that Manchester United's valuation of Harry Maguire could prevent him from leaving the club this summer unless there is a compromise on any fee. United are understood to have valued Maguire at £50 million. Flex, I'll start with you this time. 50 million quid valuation, Maguire. Is that accurate? And do you care that he's training with Ricardo Carvalho 3 times a week for 3 days?
No, don't care that he's doing that.
3 times a week for 3 weeks, sorry.
Yeah, don't care that he's doing that. Listen, good mentality. Do what you need to do. That you're a professional and you are way off the pecking order.
Breaking news, footballer trains.
Yeah, like you're professional, chain free, work the extra, do the extra mileage 3 times a day. Ricardo Carvalho, world-class centre-back in his day. Do what you need to do. That's fine. That's cool. However, that's not going to make Mr. Ten Hag think any different of you. I'll tell you that for free. You could look sharper than you've ever looked. You could be a bit fitter. I mean, go a few more stages on the bleep test when everyone gets back. So, I'll tell you what, he's got more fit. He's gone to level 13. This time last year he was at level 10. Wow, bloody hell, he's got more fit. You ain't going to play. Don't matter. So that don't matter. I don't care about that. The 50 million, I can see why we're doing that. I know some people could say, we're never going to get, who's stupid enough to pay 50 million for Harry Maguire? Listen, biggest criticism of us is that we don't sell players well. Harry Maguire, we've got for astronomical amount. So whatever hit we have to take is going to be a significant hit. It is. And essentially it's going to be half of what we got him for. We got him for the 80, didn't we? We're going to have to take the 40 hit on him. But you have to start at the 50. Let teams know that's what you're looking for. That's your benchmark. And then like we did with Mason Mount, like Arsenal did with Kai Havertz, that's how the deals are done. You know, West Ham come in or whoever it's going to be, Spurs, and say 50. That's a bit steep, man. Listen, come on, 42.5 with add-ons.
Hey, for a lower ranked team, he'll be solid, you know. As in,
he will.
Not for us, for a team.
No, I said this the other day where people were acting like they'll say he needs to go in the Championship, and I'm saying, look, there's a reason why when he was at Leicester, he shone where we actually thought, and some people say I didn't. I always knew he was rubbish. There's a lot of us that thought, get him, man. Like, yeah, he does good for England. He could do England thing and all that. And we need a centre back like that. Obviously, how wrong was we? We will hold our hands up for our sins. I get that, but he shone in the Leicester team not on the front foot, counter attack, back five, time on the ball, hitting little channels into Maddison and Vardy or whoever it is. You know what I mean? Looking nice and comfortable, winning things in the air. Then when you go up a level, got to play on the front foot at the halfway line at the highest level, it ain't happening for you. So, of course, let's not act like Maguire can't play for West Ham. Let's not act like Maguire can't play for Spurs. Let's not act like Maguire can't play for bloody Roy Hodgson at Palace or something like that. Obviously, like he would say, I don't want to go Palace because, you know, someone like Harry Maguire, he's going to want aspirations of being in Europe and still being at the highest level he can. He fancies himself and he's had a taste of playing at the highest level. So I get that, you know, but I think, to cut long story short, I think starting at 50 is the right thing to do. But you have to have the feeder out there that clubs know that you're open to negotiation with that. You're not going 50 or don't ring the phone.
Yeah,
like they need to know that there's,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's got to be legitimate interest for you to start going, okay, 50 and we'll work our way down. You can't just be like 50, who wants him? And everyone's going to go, well, no, then we're not even interested. You've got to, like you said, you've got to at least have someone nibbling on the bait that you're putting out there a little bit. And I don't know. That's even more difficult when the player himself is like, oh, no, I want to stay. I want to stay. And that's, again, we talk about being ruthless. And I would hope that Ten Hag would say this to him, a bit like maybe with the De Gea situation. Mate, you ain't playing. Like, you can stay. I like you. You're a nice guy. And you've been fine when I've been here in terms of a personality. But you're not going to play. You're nearly 30. The European Championships are coming up next summer. I don't know what your international manager is telling you. Your international manager is telling you, don't worry, mate, I'll still pick you anyway. But I'm telling you, you will not play. And maybe don't trust your international manager because someone can come along. Someone else can be playing well and you're not playing. You might not make it. Who knows how many international tournaments you've got left. Even the people around him should say, look, Harry, they're like, it's not looking good. Like you're not going to play.
I think he knows that though.
Exactly. And even
literally fifth choice.
And he's got high wages, which makes it even more difficult. So again, these clubs that are looking at him going, even 40, they're going 40 million is on 200k a week. We can't afford that. You know, we're gonna have to figure all that kind of stuff out too. But this is why I think actually he's going to stay. I don't see Maguire leaving this summer. I think he's going to be on the bench again all through the season, as I've said. And then in January, he's going to try and force a loan through so he can get into the European Championship squad. That's what I think is going to happen. I think that it should be, for a deal to happen this summer, he has to want it and he has to pursue it and go, I don't care. I'm taking a pay cut. I'm going to West Ham. I'm going here. I'm going there. But I don't think he wants it enough because he's got nothing to prove. When, mate, of course you have something to prove. One, you're a United player. You've always got something to prove. But two, you're not playing. By definition, you have something to prove. You have something to prove to the manager that's not picking you. How can you not see that? So I don't get it. And I know sometimes players, you said before, Flex, they want to stay at the top as long as possible because anywhere from United to step down, and he might see this as the beginning of the end of his career, but then right the wrong by going somewhere else. Prove people wrong by going somewhere else because you're not going to be able to prove people wrong by staying at United. It's just going to be the same. Prove people wrong by going to West Ham, still playing for England because their manager goes, actually, he's playing all right, West Ham. West Ham are doing well after Declan Rice and all that kind of stuff. Not at United because it's done. Everyone knows that story.
Yeah, and also you have to think of it this way. His opportunities are going to be even more limited this year. One, because Eric's seen what all the other guys do instead of him. But not just that. You add the Champions League into it. Like, Europa League's a different thing. Going away to Betis and at home to Betis, or you need to mix it up and, you know, play at home to bloody AZ Alkmaar or whoever. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. We're back in the Champions League, and this is Ten Hag's first taste of Man United in the Champions League. Ten Hag will be under no illusions as to what that means. If we could do well in the Champions League and go deep into it and, you know, get into a territory where you never know kind of vibe, it'll be amazing for this team and this manager. He ain't going to risk none of it. And this, again, I mean this with the utmost respect. He ain't going to risk none of that on a rotational basis with Maguire.
Absolutely not.
Even in the group stages, bloody against flipping, I don't know, Basel or something, we might have a match day 2 in the Champions League away in Switzerland. He ain't doing it. Not in the Champions League. And then when you get to knockouts, forget it. It's not like round of 32 where you've got loads of games and, that's a favourable draw at home, just that and the other. No, he ain't playing. And he played in a Sevilla one because of injuries, didn't he? There was no Varane, there was no Martinez. Luke Shaw had to play left back, didn't he? All we had was Lindelof and Maguire. That's all we had.
Remember, at the end of the season, Lindelof absolutely became number 3 centre back.
100%.
Just like that. Yeah, like that. It was very obvious, and everyone started to reevaluate Lindelof because they went, actually, that whole Maguire and Lindelof thing. It wasn't Lindelof. Lindelof's all right, Lindelof's okay.
Exactly. So
let's do the super chat before we continue.
Yeah.
Yes. Flex, are you going to do super chats?
What was the last one you got to?
The last one I got to was
KG needs to sin.
Okay, Owen is Carrick from Red Devils. After that, the next one's Dan.
Oh, I can't see any more after that on my screen.
Well, I'll read them out.
You've got it there. Yeah, you read it. Let me refresh it.
Dan says, media says United should be going after best upcoming players. We do that with Hojlund, and they slander us for not buying best. Fools. Basically saying there's a double standard. Amanor says, Owen, have you seen the Athletic article on financial fair play today? I haven't seen the article, but if I have... Do I have that one in front of me? I do. Sashiv says, in years' time, if there is a friendly games for Man United in years' time at Sydney, let's link up surely. I was saying if there's one in the future, if they go back, I'm sure they will at some point. Jason G says, we need a KG collab with Alice Talks Football.
She'll have me. She'll have me.
Yeah.
That'll be good, actually.
It would be good. Corey says, why keep Martial? Man's as stable as KG's internet. And Corey also says, KG thinking he has sources like Mark Bronzebridge.
What? Nah, you know what? I don't have any sources. I don't know anyone. I told you, look, my sources just vibe. Flex, every time Flex says, why do you think that? I just do.
Yeah,
I don't know anyone. I don't call anyone. I can't check in, and I say, I just feel like this is going to happen. Honestly,
GJE says United just waiting for Bayern to do the dirty work for Kane and agree a fee, and they'll outbid, is my belief. No way United let Kane go to Bayern so easily. Lil Yo-Yo says Maguire PR working overtime, nothing to prove, dead. What else we got here? Andy's been a member for 12 months. Says much love to the UV fam. Imagine Kenny on the rum punch. Reckless. I don't think Kenny drinks. Reckless thought. Do you think they leaked a fake transfer budget to stop United tax? You never know. KG said that he believes
that's a KG kind of theory. Yeah.
Cavs been a member for 4 months. Says Flex Maguire isn't good enough for the Premier League. He just can't play football. Let's be realistic, Flex. The best move for Maguire is Hearts FC in Scotland. Oh, Hearts. Come on, Hearts just getting. It's like Hearts just got the 50 cent thing. What do you say FB for? I don't.
Oh, mate. Come on, come on.
Lil Yo-Yo says waiting on the Fleck and KG Champions League tune. You've got to get
music yet.
Yeah,
we need to get busy. We need to get busy.
And
it's Daniel starts in September or October.
You got time. Yeah. Daniel Baker's the latest member of the EV Members Club as well. Appreciate Daniel joining. Next topic. We're going to be talking about Fred. Yes, Fred and a Manchester United exit, possibly either to Saudi Arabia or to Fulham in the Premier League. Now, Romano tweeted yesterday that he understands that Fred has now picked new agents, which is the same group as Gabriel Jesus. He could leave as Fulham will bid for Fred, but also Saudi clubs do want him. Of course, he's under contract to United for another year until 2024, but understands that playing is a more important role. Now it's key for his future. The difference between Fred and Maguire, by the way, playing versus not playing. It was also reported yesterday by sort of less reputable sources coming out sort of the Middle East saying that a Saudi delegation was in Manchester negotiating to sign Fred. Again, don't know how true that was, but certainly one thing is for certain, there is Saudi interest in him, or he could stay in the Premier League. The question is price. I'll go back to you again, KG. What price are you looking for Fred? KG, the negotiator.
Because he's a Brazilian international, features in the Man United squad a lot. I say 25 to 30 million.
I'd go just one down from that. I'd go 20 to 25. in today's market. You're right though. You're right. With the tax, you should try and push. Actually, do you know what? KG? If it's Saudi, 30, you might
25 to 30.
Because also they can give him the same wages, if not more, if they need to. And they can pay that 30 million. And you're getting again about the brand of what they're doing over there in Saudi. Big names, big players. I know you can say, come on, he's not Mbappe, but he's going to be at the next, Copa America for Brazil, or he will.
Yeah, he's a big player. Like we use him in all the big games. That should just let you know that he's not like he's important to Man United. Like if he goes, we need to replace him, and there's not a lot of people that does what he does for us in the squad. Any big game, Fred's starting. Most of us always know.
But if it's in England, if it is the teams with smaller budgets, I know it's their problem, but we do have to account for that if we want to sell him on in the Premier League to like a Fulham or.
I think you still charge the same. I think you still charge the same to Fulham in the Premier League. I think you can say 20 million, someone like them.
20, yeah, but not the 30 to 35 is what I'm saying.
This is the thing with the Saudi bids. I mean, I might be wrong here. Maybe for players that had more than a year left on their contract, but has the Saudi transfer fees actually been that high? The wages are obviously,
but transfer fees have been about right.
Yeah, I mean, the ones they were paying to Chelsea weren't huge. They were like,
Ruben Neves. What was Ruben Neves? He was like,
I'm not
50?
sure how that went. I might have been 50. Yeah, 50? But I mean. Fred from a year left on his contract, I don't think they'd go much higher than 20 million. They might go 25, if that. Because the biggest thing for them is that they can either offer loads of money. So someone like a Ruben Neves, they can double his wages, triple his wages. Or in the case of some of the Chelsea players, they can take their contracts and be like, yeah, we can do that. Or even people like Benzema or Kante, we can even improve on that. So it's more, I don't know how much Fred's on at United. It's not massive wages, but what do you think it would be?
He's got to be at least. He's got to be over 150, easy.
It'd be close to something like that. And I guess the point is, like with a Fulham, they'd be like, "Look, we ain't giving him that. We can't give him that.
They can't.
But the Saudis would be like, "No problem. We can do that."
And he has only got a year left. We have to remember that as well.
Yeah.
So that taken into, I just think if we I know it's a bigger margin, but between 20 and 30 million.
This year left thing doesn't really matter though, because we're starting to see it with a lot of teams. If the player's kind of valuable in any way, he's what he costs.
But then the age comes into it though as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying is if he is as valuable as you see him, he is what he costs. You know what I mean? It's getting ridiculous with these year left deals. So now, before it would be cut price. It's like almost like a sell. Not anymore. I think the energy towards the final year in his contract has totally changed. Especially in this Kane thing, if they even get the money for Kane with this year left.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That depends on the player and how good they actually world class. Fred's not world class. Fred's not got the impact on a team that Harry Kane has. And Mason Mount, cool. We know that with the English tax, and he's very young. It changes. But players that are 30, apart from like Benzema, is different because he's a world superstar. But someone like Fred, who's like at the end of his contract, is going to be like. It's at the end.
KG's giggling.
Well, what did someone say in the comments?
It's a super chat.
Oh, that's funny.
Thanks for your restaurant phone. It's Christ, never seen KG so happy with so much food. KG, you're a prat. Apparently, you went for loads of portions. Reckless.
Fucking reckless! That's fucking reckless! So gonna give me
because KG, you're a prat.
I know.
But then they're calling you. I think Andy's actually complimenting you though, like just being funny.
Early. It's just so early.
Yeah.
You know the ones when someone just says, "You know what? Take these shots, bro." But it's funny sometimes, bro. That's too.
He's saying you had big portions.
It's just Man King with violence this early in the morning. I can only respect it. You know
he said apparently, like according to what sources? He's like apparently.
Apparently. Yes, it's KG level tier 9 sources, but his is about KG portion sizes.
Min are cheap as well. She's in there saying, "I will sit next to KG." I can confirm that's true.
Andy, mate.
Andy.
Got him. But yeah, Fred, to Saudi, we'll see, or Fulham. I think between 20 and 30, 22 plus add-ons. Something stupid like that, isn't it? But you know what? Just quickly on Fred, I will be. I know, like, we have to get ruthless and move players on. I'm not saying he should stay, but I would. I do proper like Fred, like just as a person.
I do. I said
like he's a really good character for the squad, and those players are sometimes underestimated. Not saying that's the reason we should keep him. Before people say, "Oh, you're the problem with this fan base. You're the reason we haven't won the league since bloody Sir Alex." No. That's not what I'm not saying. Keep him, because you know people just go extra for no reason. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I actually really like his personality, and those players have their role in teams. They do, as we've seen with Fred.
Yeah, definitely. Let's move on and talk about centre-back targets as well. This is quite interesting because the Disasi deal keeps coming up over and over and over again. And Romano's also spoken about this too, saying Newcastle and Manchester United are both exploring a Disasi deal. No bids yet from either side. Newcastle approached the player side last week or this week, expected to make contact with Monaco. Ten Hag has approved Disasi, talks for weeks on the player side, but still waiting to approach with Monaco. Flex, do you think we're going to get a centre-back this summer? Because I don't think we will. I thought after all that talk about Kim Min-jae, and obviously never happened, he went to Bayern Munich in the end. Were United in for him? Don't know. But we're talking about, okay, you're going to get Hojlund. That's free. If we were going to get a fourth, I think it might be like an Amrabat, something like that. I mean, Cage is still saying that big marquee signing could come. But that centre-back, do we think that's going to happen?
Only if Maguire goes. Which I was reading in some of the reports that that's even Man United might be a bit like, if we sell him, we will have to replace him with an upgrade as well. So that's going to be quite expensive. Or a young kid who they think can be something. No, I don't think we do. The only way we get another centre back, one of them not have to leave.
I think we'll get one.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Because
blimey.
Because you want to think, and I respect it. I don't want you to change. You just want to think we're going to get everything.
Well, I won't change. You know that. What do you call it? But you know Maguire's going, guys.
We don't know that. You don't know that.
He's gonna go. He can't. He won't stay under these circumstances.
How do you know that?
Because he can't stay like this.
He can stay like this.
His England position is not good. Man United have been so clear that Maguire is available. Maguire's up for sale. Yeah,
there's got to be people who want him for that price.
Behind Lindelof, somebody's going to want this player. Somebody, he can be quality somewhere. Maguire's right now knowing that he's behind Lindelof and he's definitely behind Luke Shaw. There's nothing to stay for. Him being with the jacket on and just making that kind of money all season is not going to work for him. He wants
How do you know that?
How? What kind of top pro is going to sit there and do that?
Someone who's going to make the choice that you're saying he's not going to make. Maybe he makes that choice.
That's been playing football. How
do you know?
Wait 1 second. The Man United captain that's been playing football for how long? He's been involved. Yeah. Now he's still got a lot of football left in him. He's going to sit in the stands for how many years? How long's left in his contract? 2 years. How long has he got left?
I think it's 2
years. So Maguire's going to sit and do the Gareth Bale for 2 years with no chance.
One more.
Come on, man. The guy has to get out of here. The guy's gonna know that this manager has not shown that he wants to use me. Coming on for the 85th minute, when the season gets long, you don't want that lifestyle. If a valuable club comes up, and Man United will do business. They said that he's available. I see him going, honestly.
Yeah. I'm not saying he definitely won't go. But I'm saying where you're saying like him being on that money for a year, that doesn't work for him. Maybe he decides that for one more year it does, though. Like, I would frown upon that and say, right, where's your motivation? Your motivation clearly isn't playing. It's looking after yourself and making sure you get a 1 year's extra at that thing. But what I'm saying is what we've learned from footballers, we can see that they all got different motivational factors. And some of them quit at different times than others or choose different things in their careers for others. He might. I'm not saying he definitely will. I'm just saying I could see a situation where he just sits on it. I could see that. I could.
I think that Southgate thing that came out last time and he said, I can't keep doing this.
So you think it's the England thing that will make him go, no, man, I can't do that.
That's all he's got left. Again, he's okay now because he goes and gets picked for England. But that's not going to happen every time because it's getting harder for Southgate to do that.
Why would Southgate say that to him now? Because even Southgate would know, like, well, if I tell him that I'm not going to pick him, then I need to tell him now so he can do a move now. like it's redundant if he tells him that, like with a week left of the transfer window to go, hey, mate, you've got to go because I'm not going to pick you anymore. If I was Maguire, then I'd be a bit annoyed going, well, the only reason I was going to stay because you told me you were going to pick me. You know, like that's what I mean. These conversations need to be honest, they should have been held weeks ago, months ago. Like, come the summer, you need to go because I'm not going to pick you anymore. And it kind of is just like, I don't know, that no one's spoken to each other or no one said anything. So this is going to carry on. Maguire's contract, I forgot this. When he signed for United, he's had a 7-year contract. We take the piss out of Chelsea. We were doing that back in 2018 or 2019, sorry.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous. And you can't see I don't see the relationship, especially with the way Onana plays. Can you imagine him passing the ball to Maguire just in trouble? Because he will. When people are running down on him and stuff, he's gonna do the little step over, jink inside, give it visit to Maguire. What the hell do we do in that position?
Oh, panic. Like
exactly. Like, but I don't think with Ten Hag, how he understands football, he's not gonna think I'm not gonna put you in that position. You lot cost me in the Europa League. I got rid of the keeper, and I think both of you are up for. And this is just a feeling. I think both of you are up for blame in that situation. So why am I going to get even riskier take a keeper?
Yeah, he's never going to play him. Like we said, he's going to play him even less. He's going to play him even less. I just think for us to get another centre back, he does have to go though. Obviously,
yeah, that's why I think he's going to go, and that's why we get a centre back.
That's why we get a centre back. Yeah, I mean, I do see. If I was to look at a percentage, right now I think it's really close, man. 55% staying.
I don't think he goes. I would say like, I don't think he goes. I think my thing has always been I think he stays, and then I think he goes out on loan in January, and then that's how he plays.
The loan in January is
crazy. It's the Lingard loophole. It's what is known as the Lingard loophole. What Lingard tries to do.
Because basically by the time he gets to January, he'll be so far out of favour that you know that definitely in the next summer window he has to go. So go and get a loan just to get him away from the squad, get out, go play. And then in the next one where he's got a year left, we sell him in.
But he's in a better position. He's in a better position than Lingard was at that time because Lingard was really kind of on the periphery of playing for England anyway. Like if Harry Maguire plays from January to May or wherever, he'll be in the England squad at the Euros. He has to give Southgate an excuse.
Because Gareth will go, I know him, like he's had a rough season.
Now he's played.
Gareth Southgate would do that. That is
just trying to, again, he's just got to give Gareth Southgate the excuse to pick him. And this is what's annoying because you can see all this stuff happening, can't you? You can see him staying, not playing from August to January, and when they do have those, internationals or Gareth Southgate interviews, they go, "What about Harry Maguire?" Well, maybe playing blah blah blah, and he goes out on loan. You can just see it. And it just it reeks of no ambition, really. And that would be the biggest thing you would say to Maguire, isn't it? Like, where's your ambition, mate? Like,
that's why I can't put my hand. I can't speak as confidently as KG that it will go. Where KG's saying this situation doesn't work for him. I agree with you. It doesn't. As a footballer, you're like, how can you stay? You're fifth choice, big man. The left back's going to come from left back in Luke Shaw and play ahead of you. Lindelof's going to play ahead of you, and then you've got Varane and Martinez. It's 4 players, bro. You're fifth choice. Where's your drive? But I'm not confident in his drive, is what I'm saying. That's why I think he can sit.
I think it's there. I think you hear him talking on international break. You hear him. He actually comes out even after games and stuff. Like when he gets interviewed, when we win and stuff, he talks like he should be starting. That's all you heard him say. So, and that's when under contract, everything like that, he talks like this. So you know what I can do when I'm given a chance, this, that, and the other. So it's not in the realms of Harry Maguire not thinking, I could be playing first team regular football. Like I still see it like that drive for him to go and want to do that. But again, it's seeing it and it's hope as well. A lot of hope in him just saying, you know what, I don't want to sit on the bench. I'm the captain here. It gets embarrassing holding the trophy with someone and lifting it and I'm not even the captain. Like, it's just, you even take that off me right now because I just look silly. I got my big jacket on. I'm playing for 5 minutes. What is that? Come on, man.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Been a mad show. Obviously, we'll be across everything. Owen, there's a couple of super chats before you take us out.
Yeah, a couple more super chats. One from Mike saying, Premier League lower teams got money flex. Don't be fooled because it's Fulham. They can afford and pay even more. And Sashiv says, is there a FIFA stream? Would love to see KG and Mina play. FIFA's back tomorrow, I believe. Yes.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Ain't it?
Bro, it's my last day. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought, oh yeah, so, yeah, there is no FIFA tomorrow.
There is no FIFA tomorrow. Also, as well, just before I do wrap things up, I can confirm I'm hearing that we have officially gone past 144,000 subscribers this morning. Yes. So what a perfect way to end the show, guys. So be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe on right-hand corner if you haven't already. Join the 144,000. We'll be back very, very soon. Peace.